All right, in this video I'm going to show you how mobile media journalists can go live through their laptops in an emergency situation using Microsoft Teams or Zoom. I would prefer Microsoft Teams. I think the quality is a little bit better, but we're going to send a signal from our camera to our laptop, and then I'm going to show you the settings for how to get that into the system. Back at the station, here at News 9, you would have the editors punch up util 104, bring up the Teams, you go full screen, and then of course we have that routed so that our production can put that on the air. Using Teams, using this setup, there's almost no delay. It's less than a second, and it works really well. It is not full broadcast quality. This is not meant to replace photographers or Dejeros or live trucks or anything like that, but it is a way to get a live shot up quickly without having to just use your phone or an iPad or something like that. This is going to be a much better quality. It allows you to use all your wireless mics and things through your camera, so it's just like a regular live shot as far as setup and all that goes, and it's just, again, much better quality than using a phone. So let's get started. I'll show you what this entails. Everybody should have all these items in your kit and saved and ready to go. So let's show you what it takes to do the live shot from your camera to your laptop. So the first thing you'll notice here, obviously we have our laptop, we have our camera, those are the obvious, but then the other tools that you're going to need, everybody should have, is one, you're going to have this USB extension cable. It's male to female, and what this is going to be for is to put an adapter into the laptop, and so you have this extension so that the adapter doesn't break off. The second thing you're going to need is an HDMI cable, full HDMI to full HDMI, so you have the full ends. So you just need a good HDMI cable. In this case, it's a 15-foot. You probably could get away with shorter, depends on how far you need the signal to run, but I recommend at least a 15-foot. The next thing we have here is, this is from Hornatech. I ordered these through BH Photo Video. A lot of different brands that you could order. They all pretty much work the same way. This is an HDMI to USB capture card. Now these particular cards are pretty cheap. These are only $15 a piece. The better ones can run up to $40. If your station or if you personally want to upgrade, you can buy a CamLink 4K. Those are about $130. Those can go up to 4K video in. These only do up to 1080p, so keep that in mind. But this is part of your MMJ pack that we give you here at News 9. And so these three items combined, we're going to put together and put into the laptop and connect it to the camera. So let me get these unboxed and then we'll get to hooking everything up. Okay, now that I've got everything unpacked and unboxed, let's quickly hook it up. This is a simple process to install and hook up. Anybody can do this. We're going to start off with our HDMI cable, and we're just going to plug one end of this HDMI cable into the back of our CX350 camera. For those of you who don't work at News 9 watching this video, any camera with an HDMI output, this process will work. So I'm just going to plug that in real quick. It's pretty recessed back in there, so sometimes, there we go. So we plugged the HDMI cable into the camera, and then the other end of the HDMI cable, right here, let's set the camera off to the side for a second. We are going to plug this into our adapter. So we have our HDMI to USB adapter, just like that. The USB adapter, we're going to plug into our USB extension cable, right like that. And then the other end of the extension cable is just a USB cable, and we're going to plug that into our laptop. And you'll notice the laptop doing its thing. It's recognizing you. The camera's on, it's sending a signal into the laptop. So the next part of this is just firing up Microsoft Teams or Zoom or whatever you use, getting your settings to recognize your camera, and you're ready to go. I'm going to show you how to do that on Microsoft Teams right now. Okay, for the rest of this video, I'm going to be using screen capture software just so you can see this a lot clearer. If you're wondering, I'm using what's called FreeCam 8 to do the screen record. But let's go ahead and open Microsoft Teams, and I'll show you what you need to do, and we'll see if it just recognizes the camera right off the bat. So I'm going to open Microsoft Teams, and you'll see more on my calendar. And I'm just going to go to Meet now, so I'm going to start a meeting just with myself, just so I can show you this. And when your preview window shows up, you'll see the camera is off. Let's turn it on. And right from the get-go, it is recognizing the CX350 camera. So if I move it around, there's the laptop. I'm using the CX350 camera. For demonstrations, I do have it on auto exposure, auto iris. So, but if your camera didn't show up, to set all your settings, you want to go down here to the little settings, create settings. Now, audio devices, iRig Pre. I'm using an iRig Pre to put my wired lavalier microphone in so you can hear me right now. So we're going to leave that there for now. Under microphone, again, it's using the iRig Pre because I need this to make this video. But what you would do is select digital audio interface, USB digital audio. That is this adapter coming from your camera going into the laptop. So under your microphone, select digital audio interface. From there, under camera, the integrated webcam is the webcam for the laptop, but then USB video, that's the one you're going to select, and that will be your external camera, in this case our CX350, going directly into the laptop. And so with the microphone selected for digital audio interface, and then you have USB video, now everything is going here, and you can see the quality is actually pretty good. Now then you would just join your meeting like normal. And let's go ahead and do that. There's not going to be anybody else in there but me, but I'm just going to join. No. And so this is what our image looks like. There's almost zero delay there. And we can move this to full screen. And I'm not sure if I can do anything other than that, get a full screen image. In some cases, here, let's try this. Okay, so it does still have the bar at the top. It doesn't look like I can get rid of that. Hopefully your control room or the control room can zoom in a little bit and crop this, and we can get rid of this bar at the top. I don't believe there's any way to actually get rid of that. One little limitation is you do see the bar up here, but you can get rid of almost everything else. And you know what? I'm moving the camera around right now. You can see kind of on as I move it. Let's see if it gives you. Well, anyway, it is less than a second, and when you go on the air with the shot, it's going to be less than that as well. So it's a great tool, great function, and I'm going to go ahead and leave the meeting. Go back to this. I can close it out. But anyway, that's it. It's pretty simple. That's how, in an emergency, you can do a live shot with your camera through your laptop. As long as you have an internet connection, obviously, you want to connect to your Wi-Fi or hotspot on your phone. And depending on your signal, of course, there could be some quality issues. But for the most part, since we've used this, it's worked really well. So if you have any questions, please come see me, and I'd be happy to answer any questions. That's all I have. Have a great day.